Well, it's the start of another day. Got to do some floaty time last night. Hi, Jack. Hi, big guy. Hi, Shelbers. Hey, ZZ. Sailor. Hey, big guy. And so today it's going to be kind of an equipment day. I need to catch up on some stuff, and it really came to light with the battery on the quad. I think that battery, somehow the key was left in the on position, and the battery went like mega dead. Couldn't get it to jump, couldn't get it to charge. I have a charger on it all night, but I'm not expecting good things. Hi, Shelby. And so I'm probably gonna have to yank the battery, which means I gotta take the front cargo grill off, huh, Shelbers? And so like just to change the battery is gonna be it's gonna be an issue. Well, not an issue, but a pain in the ass. There they are. Hey man, they were out in the mailbox. My files, this is what I was really looking for. Files for my chainsaw. The larger ones are 3/8, I think, or no, what are they? 3/16, 3/8. That's a big one. 3/16. The other, what I had was 5/32, and they're too small. And that two-in-one saw sharpener is just very complicated for me. Got some since I was on a philo kick with screwdrivers, got a set of micro screwdrivers, Philos little screwdrivers. These are kind of nice. Like them. They were pretty reasonably priced as well. So anyway, got those. This is what I was looking for. 12 of them buggers. I think I could leave a couple of them here just to have them here. Maybe what I'll do is leave a set of 4 of them here. All right, next stop is the shop. All right, so this is the battery in here. See, I put a deck on that storage rack, so that means I gotta undo the storage rack from underneath here. It's not too bad, but still, it's a pain just to get in there to the battery. But yeah, as I thought this morning, it didn't do anything. So, oh, and look at this. Fucking mice, that's what that thing is right there. So wow, now I wonder if I had a mouse chew up on something here. Man, I see some wires down there. That'll suck. Guess I'll have to gotta put some more mouse shit back there. I hate fucking mice. That's why I don't mind the snakes around here, because they're supposed to eat mice. Well, let me see what's going on here. Alright, so to get at the battery, I need to get the storage rack dealt with. But man, it's into the frame. So I think the easiest way to deal with this is to take my rack deck off and just take the top of the storage rack off. Then I can get to the battery that way rather than taking this whole rack assembly off. Take all this plastic off. Just want to change the battery, that's all. Don't want to dismantle the whole front end. So that's what I'm doing. I'm taking off these bolts to get at it and see what's going on in here. I put this storage rack shelf on, you know, a number of years ago, and so you can see I used all stainless hardware. It's worked out well. It's been handy. I got one on in the back as well. Again, I used all stainless hardware, put some U-bolts on it for tie downs, and it's kind of quite handy actually. I got to undo my zippy ties, but I have as you can see, I bought a whole mess of zip ties from Uline, and the ones I bought were like unlocking, so I could reuse them. All right, let me get these zip ties off of here now. Now I can get at this battery. If need be, I can take these bars off, and that makes it just that much easier. See what's going on here. Alrighty, almighty. See, I got a bunch of extra connections in on this thing because I put a winch on. I got a sprayer hooked up to this thing. All kinds of stuff. Alright, so what I'm gonna do, this isn't the problem, but there had been some mice damage, so I wrapped this one because I can't get on it very well, and it's all the way up to here. I'd have to replace that blade fitting there. I'll put some more dielectric grease on that and take care of that front connection. This, what I'm going to do, this one I did get a piece of heat shrink around it. It's just so small, and I already had dielectric grease on it, so I wouldn't be able to tape it very effectively. So I got a wrap of the cloth tape around it. I'm putting a wrap of some electrical tape around it, and that actually should do it pretty good job on it, so that makes me happy. I wiped it down with some Kano cleaner and degreaser. That got the dielectric grease off of it well enough to get that tape on there. So this is all making me happy. I'm gonna see about if I can't I try to get this thing to jump start for me. But anyway, see if that's it. I know that battery's fried, but we'll see what's up here. I'm gonna finish wrapping this ground wire up. Okay, so this battery was like at 9 volts. See how it's looking now. So it's telling me this battery's fried, which, you know, it's probably about right, because that's this battery's like 8 years old, so I guess it's leaving it turned on, drained it, and it's just an old battery. It just kicked the bucket, but I'll keep trying to get it back to life here. I'll check on it later. Right now, though, what I got to do, the next thing on deck, because as you know, with me, it's like can't never just do one thing and then chill for a day. There's multiple things to be done, and so today I opted to work on some of the pieces of equipment. Starting off with the quad. Needed the quad, even though you don't see it in the videos a lot. We do use it. It is handy for its purpose. So it sucks that couldn't use it yesterday when I needed to. So I'm gonna let that battery continue to charge. I gotta tidy this corner up. It's kind of like my battery corner, but with all these chargers, you know, how many chargers does one man need? Well, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 sitting right here. 3 of them are the trickle chargers, 2 amp trickle chargers. But I got another charger in the garage where the quad was. So, but I had them on all the vehicles when they're sitting, you know, when they're sitting up. In fact, forgot, I got a trickle charge on the red Mustang, and I got a charger sitting over there on the Torino. So there's even more chargers. You know, sometimes it's like, oh great, this is cool, that's cool, and then you have all these cool things. But you know what? Every time you get something that has a motor in it, you know, or of the like, that means it requires maintenance, which is time. And that means then also it requires probably some level of I mean, maintenance is time, but it's also meaning maintenance means filters and oil and like chargers, and it just means more and more and more and more. Man, I mean, I dig tools and I dig crap, but enough is enough. I want my garage up. I want to be able to start focusing on putting these cars together, getting back on the Torino. The Bronco needs a lot of attention. All the Broncos need a lot of attention. It's, you know, whatever. And this thing, like, took a day out of my freaking life putting it together. All these screws, everything that you see on here, it's nice and shiny and screws. You got to put it in there. You know, that was like having to take a turd for the first time in a month and you got hemorrhoids. That's how painful this thing was. It was like giving birth to a 20-pound turd with hemorrhoids. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm telling you people. 136 fasteners. Come on, get real. Get over it. Good Lord. I don't get it. Anyway, let me get some of this stuff tidied up, and then I gotta go hook the tractor onto the chipper shredder so I can pull it out of there, get it around here, because I gotta drain the oil and see what kind of filter it takes. I think I may have a filter for this one, but I gotta get the filter, the oil drained and the filter off of that. I gotta get the oil drained on the lift. And then I got to get its pressure washed. That may not happen today, but I would like to be able to get the oil and understand what filters I need for these things. And I've got the oil, I just would have to go out and get the filters. And if I got to go out and get the filters for those, I'm waiting to see if this thing will charge up. And by the time I'm done with those, if this thing isn't charging or holding a charge, then screw it, I'll go get a new battery. Which I should just get a new battery anyway. But I got where the mice crap chewed and chafed stuff, I got it pretty well taken care of, at least covered up. I noticed when I put this winch on here, it's a nice winch, a little worn winch with the synthetic line. Use it a lot, it's handy. But I noticed it was reversed. Out was in and in was out, and I think I had everything wired up properly, but I think what I screwed up is I had the lead switch on its solenoid. I had the leads coming in reversed for the switch, so I flopped those around. That I think will take care of that, which has been annoying me for quite some time. But this thing's been babied, man. This is truly a babied machine. Meaning it hasn't seen a hard life at all, as lives go for quads and things like that. I mean, it's never really truly been out in the mud. It's never truly been pushed really hard. I whip it around here every so often, but we use it around here, and so it's a good machine. But I got to change its oil and stuff too. I got to see what kind of filter fishes for it, but maybe I'll do that when I take that battery over, because I'm gonna get an OE battery for it. And the oil looks really good. Not even sure I should change the oil. It's looking pretty damn good. It's got very few hours. This machine's got very few miles. It's got more hours than miles on it because it does sit and idle around sometimes and all. Never really adjusted the suspension. It's a nice machine, man. 700 Grizzly, independent. I put these different tires on it. They don't tear up the place as much as what was on there. They're over in the barn now, but they were like these ones here. Pretty aggressive for around the farm. Anyway, all right, well, let me get rolling here. I need to go move the chipper shredder so I can deal with its oil, over the vent tube, crankcase vent tube. So well, talk about a monkey shit show. But when you're by yourself trying to get something accomplished, that's about the best I could come up with. Every time I was backing up, these jack stands would tumble over. So they tumbled over on their side, which gave me some elevation from here. So I put the jack up underneath them and got them there, because that gives me enough room now to get up underneath this frickin' thing, because that's where the oil filter and the oil nut are on this little Kubota, directly up underneath this thing. And there's like 4 inches of ground clearance. So unless you have a lift or a pit to drive over, this is what you're relegated to. So let me try to get up underneath there and get this oil drained and see what filter this thing is on here. See if I have a filter. I got to take this filter off here. I got this oil drained, and I need I don't know if that's a 3/4 inch or a 5/8. I'll figure it out, a barb fitting, because I need a longer piece of hose. But I'll get that figured out here in a second. Anyway, let me get to this thing here. Just what my life is like here. Talk about sketchy as fuck, but it's kind of what it is. That one over there ain't on by much. I think I'm gonna have to adjust it. Good. That's running low. Alright, I gotta adjust this other one over here. Well, as my luck would have it, Napa's closed at 6. So I may just spin this filter back on to keep crap from getting on there. There it goes. Just to keep it covered. Well, I'm not undoing all this shit tonight. That's a fact. What a pain in the ass. I think the next time, if I have to do this again, I'm just going to take a strap, put it around the back, and use the bobcat and lift this son of a bitch. That's what I'm going to do. Just lift that son of a bitch up. Alright, well, I got a little bit done today. Not what I hadn't anticipated, just because what a son of a bitch to get at the filter and drain the oil. Hey, Shelby. Hi, girl doggy. Hi, girl doggy. Oh, you're a girl doggy. It's just painful, but I did get the oil drained out of the, oh, there's the big guy stretching. And I did get the oil drained. Watch out, Shelby's. Shelby, gotta move. Shelby, gotta move. I want to pet Jax. Don't be a pig. Oh, sorry. I'm petting my big guy. So I did get oh, and Zaylor has to come out for a pet too. Hi, Z. It's just painful. I had to really lift that range, the Hustler range ring up with very sketchy means. Then it was just painful to deal with. Like I said, I think next time I do it, I'll just lift it up with the bobcat, if I don't have my garage and lifted by then. Anyway, I got to get to Napa and over to the ATV store tomorrow. I got to get a battery for that, for the quad. Been on the charger all day, and that battery's only at 10.36 volts, so that's not gonna work. Time to get a new battery. Anyway, time for me to shut it down and go in and have a drink and see about some food. That's a wrap. Bye. Alright, another fine morning. I got some running around to do this morning. I got a battery, probably I'm gonna go check it. Oil filter fishes for the little for the Hustler and the chipper, and hose. I got an idea for that hose to the vent hose on the chipper. I hope my idea works. We'll see. I'm gonna take the scooter today, so that's cool. Scooter days, and I can deal with that in a second. But I gotta get the oil filter back off the chipper, and I'm gonna hopefully I'll have time to get at the scissor lift today as well. I'm gonna change the oil on it. I guess there is no oil filter on it. I thought those Wisconsin motors had oil filters, but I guess it's, since they're twin cylinder, you know, they're pretty robust motor. I'm surprised I can't find a filter on it, but I'll keep looking, especially pressure washing it. See what's going on. All right, so I gotta check that battery, get the oil filter off the chipper shredder. And one thing I'm gonna go do before I get too far down the road here is I have these jerry cans, and I bought a number of nozzles for them, because the nozzles that come with them, many of them would leak, and they're right here. But let's see if she has not shut this wire off. Told her I should. Let's take this guy. All right. Let's see what my idea is here. In a second, we will climb up underneath that damn thing again today. Get that oil filter back on it. So the charger gave it a green light. I put the leads on, and it was at 1303. And she's continuing to drop a bit. We'll see. Kind of looks that way right now. Beautiful day. All right. Had good scores, man. I got everything. Although I didn't look when I got it, but this battery, I mean, I got a battery for the quad, and that one was kind of shot, but it's not the other. Yeah, see, the other was a US battery, US made battery, and I didn't notice. I wish I would have just got an OE battery. Damn it. Anyway, I didn't. 2 filters and some hose. And I think I understand what I'm gonna do with this hose here. I think get going with my stuff. Took the scooter out, yahoo. All right, well, I might have had the filters backwards. The filter they gave me for the Napa Gold replacement for that Kubota filter was a bit bigger, which surprised me. But this one does fit. This one fits on the Cummins, so I will use that. I got the filter on the Hustler there. That's sketch fest. I'm gonna pull this up a little bit. All right, so now I got to take care of some tires on this thing too, but I'm gonna pull it forward and well, actually I'm gonna see if it'll coast forward a little bit, because I gotta add the oil into it. Let me just see if it'll come down a bit off of this with the, if I take the brake off. See what happens here. Oh, first off, I'll show you. So the filter is down there. Oh, sorry. It is up there, and you can see the plug pan down there as well. But that is a pain in the ass with this configuration. Like I said, I think the next time if I do this is I'm gonna put a strap around the back of it here and lift it up with the Bobcat. That's how that is gonna happen. Huh, that's a Zerk fitting right there. I'll have to Zerk that. Let me go get a, I think that thing's probably ever been done. So I'm gonna see if I can't roll this forward a little bit and get the oil going with that. That's what I'm gonna put in it. And I have enough of this to put in both of them, but I'm gonna use this up on the chipper shredder. Well, this is the next morning after trying to get that damn Hustler started, but I think I have a game plan this morning. And it's sprinkling, damn it. I think I have a game plan this morning to deal with that thing, and hopefully it will work. The fast and stupid simple way I was told is a shortcut fucking doesn't work worth shit. Today I'm gonna try a more official means, but I don't have to like yank any lines off and stuff, so that'll be cool. I gotta come in and put the car cover back on the Shelby. So I don't want it to rain. All right, so this I turned clockwise. I turned all the way clockwise, cranked it for about 15 seconds. Now let's see what happens. That bleeds the air out of the line from the fuel filter to the pump. See what happens here now. Come on, baby. Almost. I might have to crack the injectors. Aha! Right on. There we go. Simple. The fuck was I doing yesterday? All right, now that I got it wound back up, which is a cool thing, I got to replace this tire here. It gave up the ghost, so I'm just gonna pull it out of its spindle housing here and see what I can do with it. So then I was looking around and came across a hit that said, hey, the easiest and stupid simple thing to do is just take the air cleaner off and shoot diesel directly into it and just keep it running off of what you squirt into it, and it'll keep running while it purges that air out, because you're artificially inducing the diesel. That fucking didn't work worth shit. The easiest thing to do is what it's meant there to be. There's a little bleed valve. There's a little bleed valve on the side of the high pressure pump right there. Turn that counterclockwise, crank it for 10-15 seconds, turn it back, and it'll fire right up, and that's exactly what it did. That purges the air typically from the fill filter if you change the fuel filter. If need be, you can bust the injectors loose and crank it and purge air out of the injector lines. But I had those injectors on and off 2 or 3 times yesterday, but I never really cranked it with them off. I should have done that, but anyway, man, what a pain in the ass. That was spent like 2 hours yesterday fucking with that, but it's done now. Fired right up, blew, of course, because you're sit there, probably squirted a 1/4 of a gallon of diesel into the cylinders, so it took a while for that to burn out. Anyway, it's back to a status quo. Now I got to take this thing off here. Voila.
Two hours later.
Damn. Just to cut to the chase, I'll just say it now. This is not gonna happen. So I took the wheel off the axle, spindle, and I'm going to take it to a tire shop in town to get the tire mounted. There's no way I'm doing it. Found this little guy in the wood chipper. Little froggy. He was in the wood chipper. Not sure how long he's been in there. Little feller. Gonna go put him on a tree out here. Hopefully he makes it. There you go, little feller. I'm starting to look at this. I mean, I knew these wires had been cut, but it's like everywhere I look, stuff has been like intentionally severed, and I don't understand why, especially because I think that's just a lube. Maybe I can put a zerk on this pillow block here. I just think that's goofy as shit. Of course, you look up here, and this all been cut, the controller and everything, and I don't understand why. So I got to get a wiring diagram for this thing, because it's just too much shit going too many places to sit here and try to figure out what. All right, so I got the oil changed on the lift. Now I am going to I think I'm going to pressure wash this thing But I'm gonna get the pressure washer out here and have it all ready, because I'm going to fire this up and have it running while I pressure wash it, just to keep it running. And then I'm going to try, after I get it cleaned up, to see if the propane part of it works. That'd be cool. All right, so let me get this pressure washer out. And the spigot, the back of the spigot back there doesn't have a fitting on the end of it, doesn't have a male fitting in it, so I got to get one of those for that. All right, well, let me get at this. All right, so we are getting ready to do some pressure washing here. Oh man, I think I just got the distributor wet. Now let me go see here. Let me get a screwdriver. Well, got it fired back up again. Took the distributor apart, you know, tap and rotor inside that. It must have just got mist in there. But I'll tell you what, frickin' things got sparked because don't ask me how, but the condenser, the little rubber mount for the condenser, I was fiddling with it, man, condenser sparks on the side of the distributor housing, and it fired me up, man. Damn. That thing cracked me, and my shit went flying. I think it was more of the surprise than it was the actual shock. But anyway, I'm gonna get back to trying to do some cleaning up on this thing. All right, I'm starting to get back to recuperation here with regards to getting all this crap done. I still got to take that tire and wheel for the Hustler over to Mr. the Tire to get them to mount that tire, because I can't do it. And I went around and greased everything I could find to grease. I think what happened when I stalled this is actually, I think it got water vapor up the filter, because this is just kind of sitting on there. And I think I ingested some water vapors. Anyway, I got it fired back up. I'm going to try the propane on this, just for giggles. And I think I might have also figured out, maybe, it's potential, why all of a sudden I've had to use auxiliary power to go forwards and backwards using the controls up above. And I think I found it. I think it's this switch right there. I think that switch controls that. I don't know. I'll see. And that's just connected to a loose plate up here. So I'm not sure what it's doing. It's connected to this plate right here, and that plate's not connected to anything. So I don't know what the dope is. I'm not sure where that plate's supposed to mount to. I don't know if it mounts onto that bolt, which it doesn't look like it. If it mounts underneath. I don't know. I'm gonna check it out though. Check it out. And but I'm gonna get a propane tank real quick and see what happens. All right, I've been at it all day, man, and I am about done. Yeah, didn't seem like I got a lot done today, but I was sure busy. I was happy to get the Hustler fired back up. It's kind of, hopefully it'll clear out. It's just not running exactly as it was before, so I hope in my attempts to get it fired off I didn't screw something up in it, but it, you know, it fires up and seems to be running all right. You just know when something's a little different. And I got a lot of the zerks on the chipper hit today, and I was starting to look at the wiring. I got to get a diagram, man. I don't know what happened, but all the wiring is like just cut, literally cut. And so I don't know if somebody did it to take the fittings, or if it was sabotage, or what, since I bought it, you know, used and abused. It's just all hacked up. And I got the scissor lift pressure washed. I got the zerks hit on it, and had a little stumble there with it pressure washing it, and it kilt over dead, but I think it ingested water in the air intake, and it just stalled it. So I just was mindful of that. And I see, like, the auxiliary power, I did figure something out. There is like a starter motor that drives pumps for the auxiliary power. Drives a pump for the auxiliary power, but I saw it kind of sparking, and its connection is pretty sketchy at best, so I'm going to address that. And hopefully my hose and stuff will be coming into Home Depot shortly, so I can get back and finish this well crap up. But anyway, I'm just kind of whooped, so I'm going to sweep the garage and call it a night. Adios. That's a wrap.